so I need to re-up. When I'm on stage, now I'm finna tee up. New hoodie on me, the print cheetah. Fuck phone with a trend, I'm a leader. Niggas better switch out like Medea. Fuck beef, I'ma see you when I see ya. Fuck beef, I'ma see you when I see ya.
Hello guys, welcome to this video. So I'm just gonna get into it without any intro. You guys have seen the graphics, you want them, so I'm gonna show you how to get them. So in the description, there will be two links, one to MediaFire and one to some other file hosting service, just in case one of them gets removed or deleted or you guys can't access it. So there will be two links. You guys can choose which file hosting service you want to download it from. But once you download it, you will be given this zip file. So what you want to do from this zip file is extract it. This is one of the most important things because I've had problems with people in past graphics videos where they haven't extracted it and they're not able to see the Reshade file or other stuff like that. So extract it. Once you've done that, you will have this folder. Open it again, and I've ordered these out in the steps you need to take them. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then also a README file. You can read this. It's just a disclaimer talking about how this may become outdated, and I haven't created Reshade or the PolarMoon things, but I've made the presets for them. So yeah. So first of all, what you want to do is go get the PolarMoon TAA. So this is basically better anti-aliasing. So I've put the website link in this text file, or if you don't want to do that, you can just go to PolarMoon.io. And basically it just removes the jagged pixel edges. It makes it look so much better. In the future, Beamng will be adding their own TAA and FSR and stuff, so you might not need this step. But as of now, this is what you need to do. So click download latest version, or the version I'm using right now in this video is 1.1.8. So once you do that, you will get a zip file. You just have to extract that. And from that zip file, you have to go to the Beamng drive folder. So settings, manage, browse local files. Go to bin64 and drop whatever file they give you into here. So the file for me was called mswsock, this one. So just drop it into there, and then you're done. So you can close that. After that, now we're gonna do Reshade. So I've given you guys the Reshade downloader that I use. This is the version that I'm using, but there will be newer versions whenever you guys are seeing this video probably. So you can also go to their website. The newer version shouldn't break the graphics, but if you have any problems, try the 6.8.0 version. So on the Reshade website, click download, and then download right here, and it will give you a file. So this is what it will look like when you open it. And you want to select Beamng drive.64, the 64 version, right here. And then from there, you want to click next, DirectX 10, 11, 12, next, and then click uncheck all at the top, and then check all. This will check all of the things, because before you clicked it, only 2 things were checked. So yeah, next we will do next, and it will download all the effects. And this takes a minute or 2 depending on your Wi-Fi, your computer, stuff like that. Okay, so once Reshade is fully installed, it'll show you this screen, and from here you can just press finish. So after that, you're basically done. Now all you have to do is launch Beamng. I am using the default version, however, whatever version you use. If you are using Vulkan instead of DirectX 10, 11, 12, make sure to select Vulkan when you're installing Reshade. So yeah, do default and wait for it to load. Okay, so once we are in the game, we're just gonna first go to options, go to display, go to graphics, and then down here in anti-aliasing mode, if you're on SMA, then just go over to this. That should be the only option. There shouldn't be an FXAA anymore. It should just be PolarMoon. And that's all you have to do for that. Also, in the folder I gave you guys, I gave you in-game settings. So this basically shows you all of my settings for both screens. So now if you want, take your time to input mine or use your own. I have a pretty beefy system. I have an Intel i7 13th gen, RTX 4070, 32 gigabytes of RAM, and this is running on an SSD. So use your own settings, use mine. It will affect the look. Yeah. One important thing though that you guys should do is make sure to set this EV compensation to negative 0.6. So now let's load into a map. Okay, so once you are loaded into the game, you're gonna see this little thing up top. It's basically Reshade. So what you want to do is press the home key on your keyboard. Basically, a lot of people got confused with this. I'll put a picture up on screen of the home key. If you don't have a full 100% keyboard though, and you have like a 60% or something, Google the name of your keyboard and look up how to press the home key. And they'll tell you, Google AI will tell you there is some way to do it. So press the home key and press skip tutorial. We don't need it. Next, if you don't want to have to press the home key for opening Reshade, go to settings and bind this to something else. So I'm going to bind it to end, and I'm also going to bind this. You don't need to bind the second one though. So now whenever I press end, it opens. So once we have this open, we want to go back to the file I gave you guys, go to this Reshade preset, and go up here and copy this. So Control C. Now go back in here, click right up here, click this, and paste that file path in there. And there's the preset. If the preset doesn't show up for you, which a lot of people had problems with this in my last graphics video, you have to extract the zip file that it comes in, or else it won't show up for you guys. So yeah, once you do that, press select, and it should load in. It's pretty small. There's nothing much to it. It just increases the vibrance and contrast a bit. However, the game doesn't really need that much tweaking, because of how good the Beamng devs have already made it look. So here's after, here's before. So you can see it lightens it up a bit, adds a bit more vibrance, more contrast, etc. So it looks pretty good. Let me show you guys some other scenarios. So if you want the game to look better, turn fog off. And then here's what it looks at different times, or here's what it looks like. Sunset looks pretty good. So yeah. And that is how to get my graphics. These may become outdated with updates to all the different things I may have used. So if things don't work, then that's probably the explanation. If you guys have any questions in the comments, please let me know. And if this did help you, please feel free to subscribe and like. I'm not going to force it on you guys at the beginning of the video like a lot of other people do. Just get right into it. So, yeah. Thank you.